who the fuck goes to from outside and tries to live in a refugee camp? You're treating people from the inside like dogs. Your co-inhabitants of the land like dogs. Each well, when one side starts behaving like a dog, the other side start behaving like a dog. If you don't behave like a dog, you're a you know you're bait. It, this is not like civilized versus uncivilized. What I see, what usually is, always is uncivilized versus uncivilized. War is not between neither side in a war are civilized. Period. Or else they could have come to some sort of agreement that was acceptable to a third party, such as AI. Take your problem to AI and take your problems and solutions to AI, because you motherfuckers can't handle intelligent thought. So take your problems to AI. Here's the thing, Mr. Peterson, if you're listening, thank you for your time. The solution, in my view, should be uh, lottery marriages and promotion of lottery marriages, because you see, the lottery marriage starts with zero expectations, absolute zero expectations. And I I like Mr. Warren Buffett. I read some of his work, and one of his advices for marriage was low expectations. What is a lottery? Low expectations. You enter into a you agree to enter into a lottery. When you do that, you have very low expectations. Therefore, any any agreements are a very positive points. You see, you don't start with Mr. and Mrs. Right. You said, as Mr. Warren Buffett said, you start with very low expectations because you just got a lottery number and your lottery has matched you, and either you start something or you don't. Even if if you do try think of starting something, you start with very low expectations. And to 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 a testament of Mr. Buffett, that's a good thing, good way to start a relationship, such as a marriage. So the solution to the population in Japan, in Norway, in North America, in Western Europe, even in Russia, the solution is lottery. And it doesn't even need to be advertised. So you can enter a lottery, you can enter your name in this lottery, and you actually have to pay to enter. So they have something to lose. This has to be exclusively with people who are willing to lose if they reject their lottery pick. So the point is this: if you make it transparent enough, a lot of these 20 to 40-year-olds will participate. I can assure you. And the relationship will start with very low expectations, very low expectations. And the result is, I think you're going to have a lot of positives, because like the scratchy ticket of they sell the scratchy lottery ticket that they sell, it starts with very low expectations. And then, even if you won the price of your that you paid for this ticket back, even that's a win. Even sometimes in those, I haven't played them, but from what I've heard is, sometimes you can at least get the money you paid, that you already paid for this fucking ticket. Sometimes you get just your money back. That's a win. So I think this kind of lottery for marriage would be with age restrictions. You know, no 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds can they can participate within their own age range. 5 year up, 5 year down. So the point is, so don't get into a lottery if you're a pedophile or close to it. So the point is this: within age range, you start this lottery, and whatever distance-wise makes sense, or it doesn't make sense. Who knows? But the point is this. The point is this. It's a better format of running a society in of your size than this format that you're currently advertising by Hollywood of love marriage, and you have to write Mr. Right and Mrs. Right, and unfortunately Mr. Right and Mrs. Right is the high point, and everything from there is just downhill, because then your expectations are very high when you know meet the right guy. You with your intelligence at that age, at that time, in that condition, within 4.1 billion people, you found Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. That's it. Very very improbable. Not, if not impossible, it's very improbable. What the fuck are you talking about? I found Mr. Right, or I found Mrs. Right. So the point is this: a lottery system would cut down a lot of this business, crap that has accumulated around the formation of families, because your numbers are just not going to go up like this unless you're planning on birthing your replacements through some artificial means in warehouses. Salute. My money is on that. I have a feeling at the end of the day, you guys are going to end up, because you can't come up with a natural system. You probably end up with having to birth your young through an artificial system in warehouses with bags of slime. So, if that's the case, please start doing it right now, as soon as possible, before you lose a couple of more Teslas, hundreds of thousands of more of Teslas and Nietzsche's. Because your current system, since your tribes broke up, and since the extended families broke up, you've been going downhill. You've been losing, back to the topic of losing Nietzsche and Tesla, genetic molecular sequence. Once you realize that has happened, because your system of let's break up the tribe and let's form nuclear families and let's go look for the other pea in the pod, since those days, you know, have started with independence of women and women's rights, and women have to find the other pea in the pod, and the men have to find the other pea in the pod, or else it doesn't work. Uh, it's it's not happening in Japan. It hasn't been happening in Japan for a long time, and it's real bad, because Japanese are some of the smartest people on this fucking planet. Japanese are some of the smartest fucking people on this planet, and they're going as extinct. How, I'm sorry, this is not a racist thing. I mean, look at just what they create. You know, your creation, what you can create, is tells me the size of your brain and who is smart and who is not. What are you creating? And Japanese have been creating a lot. Long before Elon Musk came around, Japanese have been fucking creating. By hard work, through just sheer hard work and just smarts. They're going extinct. This system of love marriage and we have to meet and agree and this and that and we have to find Mr. Right and Mrs. Right, they're going fucking extinct. Started with lottery system, I would, and be promoted. It has to be very much promoted nationally, you know, North Korean style promotion of this idea that yes, participating in the national lottery of marriage is good. This is the only way you're going to save your species without going into warehouses and trying to produce them, under cover of the night. Produce them in artificially. It just doesn't work. Your system doesn't work. But if you turn it into a lottery, that with many considerations, bylaws, laws, regulations, that's the only way. One of the only way you can save your species, because every one of your species, as you move towards more and more intelligence, like Japanese have, intelligence brings distance. Intelligence brings distance. The intelligent people, don't don't like to suffer fools, so they put distance between themselves and others. And the more intelligent, the more distance they want to keep between themselves. And we all have got our biases. So my something that sounds foolish to me may not sound foolish to you, or something that sounds foolish to you may not sound foolish to me. So we all have those biases, and if you have to find the other pea in the pod that has the same biases as exactly you, that would be your cousin. Because the closer they the closer they have shared a history, the more similar they are, and the more it seems like it's two peas in a pod. So there go the whole idea of cousin marriage. So the point is this: so you don't want that. So what's the opposite of that? A complete lottery. Men are not picky because that's the nature. It's not it's not a very conscious choice. Men are not picky, believe me. They choose sheeps and cow. So men are not picky. But and the women, this lottery is a lot directed towards your women, who tend to be, because they have fewer eggs to release and this and that, so they feel special and this and that, so they are picky and this and that. And we all have to go pump some iron like Mr. Tate. So and Mr. you know Peterson also advocates that yes, go get tough, become a lion, start ripping each other apart over pussy. Salute. No, that's just not the right way to go. The right way to go is make it a lottery, calm the fuck down, make it a lottery, and then, so that's to just take the, let's put it this way. In this way, you're taking the choice out of the woman's hand. And the penalty is that you lose the money that you put in. Even the women have to put money in. Everybody who wants to participate has to, there's an interest fee. And it's run on a very, non-biased and non-special interest kind of a deal. It's just regular, like social security kind of a deal. Exactly like it's, could be an under department for social security, and just make start a national lottery, make it very official, very, dependable, and Japanese, I think, they can save themselves from extinction. They're intelligent people distance from each other because they don't want to suffer fools. So between a population of very intelligent people like the Japanese are, they distance each other, put distance between themselves. So the only solution is a promotion. I mean, we're talking about Hollywood style kind of promotion of marriage lotteries. That's the only solution. And coming some laws against this adultery business, because you know this adultery business, you in the past they considered as sin, but you can't go by that anymore. But you do understand it's a very, creates a lot of insecurities in societies, this business of acceptability of adultery. When you make adultery acceptable in your society, you are decreasing the stability of the family unit, period. Because it's acceptable. Because it's acceptable? Are you fucking kidding me? How else? I mean, if you want to, promote something that is formation of families, because you want to promote procreation, because you want to promote all of that, because of all of that, you want to create a system that works, and it's not left up to your females to pick, because all your females want to sleep with LeBron James. Let's face it, all your females want to sleep with LeBron James. Is that possible, or is that logical? It, he has many great qualities, but has all the great qualities? I mean, no. So the point is this: your females are not really, you know, oriented well. So the result is their choices are very questionable. I remember, my my brother once said that he was he's passed now, but the way they tell me, we were not close. Um, he told me once, the sometimes a few years that we spoke, mostly on the phone. He said a couple of times. Once he said that he sees a lot of these beautiful women with these guys who, have come, like they've just were to the local laundry, and they had tattoos all over their body, and they would come in with these beautiful women, and he was thinking. Now he was married. He wasn't really interested. He was older and he was married. He wasn't really interested, but he was puzzled by the idea that how is it that these beautiful women, are attracted to this? And he was thinking he couldn't solve the puzzle. Well, because the question is wrong. The women are your women, their female or reproductive age, are attracted to the wrong things. Wrong things with regards to Nietzsche wise, Tesla wise. They are attracted to the wrong things. They're attracted to money, which in their view brings security. But you should securitize your society so your fucking females don't feel so fucking insecure that they have to seek security in, ink. You see what I'm saying? If you're not keeping your society secure enough, that's the problem. You're not, there is people have to buy lottery tickets hoping to pay their bills. That's the problem. If you solve that problem, you know, Mr. Jeff Bezos has a, super tanker as a yacht, and these folks are running out of lottery tickets because people are trying to pay the bills, which Mr. Bezos just spent on, you know, his gas tank. Folks, you're going the wrong way. You're going a very wrong way. Solution is this: you have to start promoting this idea of lottery marriage. Start with Japan, test it in Japan. I don't know. It may work for your society, it may not. But the idea is sound because the idea of lottery is sound, is well accepted. You can see it. People, participate in a scratchy lottery ticket in order, and if they win anything, they feel a winner, and they feel overjoyed, even if it's just the price of that paper ticket that they just paid for. So if you leave it to lottery, which I'm sure in Japan you will have a lot of participants, I'm sure, kind of. If you leave it to lottery, you're putting expectations at zero. Here's You enter into this relationship with zero expectations. Here is what the lottery has picked for you, this number. I have a feeling men are not picky. I mean, look at King Charles. I mean, men are not picky.